Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Divorced Women's Guide podcast. It's Wendy. How are you guys doing today? Wow, the last couple of weeks have been quite the roller coaster, as a lot of you guys have known. Today is actually 2 weeks from the day that I lost my mom, and today's episode is going to talk a little bit today about a couple of different things, but most importantly, what it's going to address is what my divorce taught me about a lot of things, because a lot of things have been surfacing for me over the last couple of weeks. And what has been surfacing, again, has been very familiar from the standpoint of it reminds me of when I was going through my divorce. Now, for those of you who didn't catch my solo episode 2 weeks ago, my mother was diagnosed with ovarian cancer on the same day that I asked my now ex-husband for a divorce. And back at that time, I had no idea what my road ahead looked like, especially knowing that the two people that I thought I could count on for the rest of my life were departing, that I was headed on a different path. And one of the things that I learned through my divorce that I'm noticing is coming up now as I am going through the grieving process and wondering how is it that I'm moving forward with my life without my mom, is that we get to keep going even when we don't know what the road ahead looks like, or even maybe we don't even see it. I am a doer. A lot of you guys know that I've talked about masculine versus feminine energy before, and I am very dominant in my masculine, which is my doer. I am good at checking things off. I'm good at doing things and tasks. And my feminine energy is, that's the creativity, that's the nurture in me. And that's the side of me that I have been working on. It's something that I concentrate on. And when I was going through my divorce, I always thought that I had to be doing something had to be done, something had to be fixed. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel like you're in a similar place where you feel like you're in, like, you don't know what the road looks like. And so you're like swerving left, swerving right. And what I have come to realize is that you get to let go of the wheel, keep your foot on the gas, right? Don't stop, and trust that wherever it is that you are on your correct path. And I have been feeling very clouded over the last couple of weeks. Clouded in the sense of what just happened, even though my mom has been sick for a while and her deterioration has been fast and furious. In the last couple of weeks, I still felt like I was living in this cloud during that time. And even now I still see the haze. And I know what that feels like because I felt it when I was going through my divorce. It was when I couldn't see the path because I had never been down this road before. And what my divorce taught me in those type of moments is that you get to create whatever it is that is meant to be, that it's sometimes in the place where you shouldn't be doing anything, right? So I remember asking myself the question of, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do right now? Right? Like at the time I had 2 kids, I had a career. I couldn't keep my head on straight. My mom was sick and in the hospital. And it was one of those moments where I was like, oh my God, how do I do this? How do I keep going when it's like all these things are just exploding around me, all the things that felt really familiar. And what my divorce taught me was to really learn that no matter what is going on, you get to still stand in your power of what you're feeling and what it is that you're going through. And the shifts are okay, right? It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel like you're in this cloud. And what I learned through my divorce were the steps to take to get myself through that. So I want to ask you guys, like, what have you guys done? Or what do you do when you're in that moment where you're like, I don't know what to do. I feel super lost. How many of you guys are experiencing that right now? And what I can tell you, being on the other side right now, is that it's possible to see through the cloud and not know exactly the direction that you're headed. And so what I wanted to do as I'm re-navigating this path for my second time, as I'm going through my grief process with my mom, is I decided on February 2nd that I am going to be leading a workshop on exactly that, all around how it is that even in the toughest of moments where you can't see through the fog, where you don't know what the road ahead looks like, I want to show you guys how it is still possible to maintain balance, to still come back to a place of trust and freedom. And it's not about you doing this by yourself, you guys. This is about me coming in and supporting you guys wherever it is that you are on your journey. And I'm here to guide you, walk with you, right? Walk and hold your hand through this unknown. I remember what that unknown felt like when I was going through divorce. And now I'm going through it again as my mom passed away. And now it's this cloud of how do I live my life without my mom? And so many of you guys have reached out to me who have also lost a parent. And I just want to say a huge thank you. I have seen and read all of your notes to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing your grief with me as well and lifting me up. But what I also know to be true is that it's okay that I get to be sad. It's okay that I get to be where I am because I know the steps to take to know that the path, whatever that is the one that I get to be on. It's the one that I'm supposed to be on. So if you guys want to be a part of my event on February 2nd, 22, the 4 twos are a significant number. The twos represent angels, they're angel numbers. And really ultimately what those numbers represent is it's really telling all of us that our angels are with us, that our angels are here guiding us. And it's a time in your life where you get to stop suffering, where you get to create peace and harmony for yourself. That, one of the things I learned both from my divorce and from my mom passing is that the time is now, and we get to do something now that allows us to feel good to feel good with ourselves, to have a moment where we feel that happiness, where we feel positive thoughts about what our future gets to look like. And I want to support you guys on that day in that workshop. So if you guys want to get on the list to sign up, I encourage you guys to make sure that you are on my email list. And the way to do that is going to my website, wendysterling.net, and signing up for the newsletter. And you can also join my Facebook group, The Divorce Rehab, because I do drop all of the information in there first. Everybody in there gets first come, first serve crack at any event that I'm doing. And then it goes to my email list. So you guys don't want to miss out. And of course, if you guys don't want to miss out on another solo or guest episode of my podcast, The Divorced Woman's Guide, please be sure to subscribe so that you guys get that notification every week when my podcast drops. I hope that you guys have found some comfort or nugget of information in today's episode that resonated with you. You know that I always love hearing from you. So please share your feedback. And I would love for you guys to also provide any testimonials or, ratings and just share your feedback on the podcast. I always love to hear that. Maybe there's some topics that you guys want me to address. I'm happy to do that. I always take feedback from my audience. I hope that you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, wherever it is that you are. Sending you all tons of love, light, and joy as always. Mwah. Bye, everybody.